G'day everyone. How beautiful is this knife? Japanese, very expensive. I've been told to be very careful. But it's got a broken tip or a bent tip. Somebody's dropped it. I'm surprised it didn't chip. But it's so small that I'm hoping it's going to come out in the grind. I'm hoping. You see, there's hardly any bevel on here. Now these knives are not very old. You've only just purchased them. And they don't have much of an edge at all. I will show you. Rukachi not really doing the job. So let's fix it for him. Now first thing, I want to protect this handle. So I'm going to get old gaffer tape and I'm going to wrap the handle. Oop. Because as you come in sometimes you can touch that, there's a danger. Don't want to do that. So what angle do you think I should do these at? It's very thin. 011. Oh, that's very thin, which means that I can put quite a steep, shallow angle on there by low number, so very sharp like this. I can really bring it in. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably give it a 26, 13 degrees per side. Tell me if you agree or not. So I'll grab the clamp using protective tape inside the clamp. I will clamp it close to the spine. Then I will align it so that it is perpendicular to the wheel, right angles, so that I don't want it dropping down and giving me a massive ugly bevel there. I want a nice even bevel all the way across. That's a bit dry. So one of my tips is a few drops of oil on here. Makes a massive difference. Beautiful, nice and slick. Welcome if you're a new subscriber. And I've had quite a few of those lately. So if you're new to the channel, all I pretty much do here is Tormek Sharpening. That's it. Very focused website, channel, I mean. So, first of all though, I'm using a brand new plate, 320 grit. I'll get to that later. I'm going to start it off though on an 80. 80 grit, for those who are new to the channel. 80 grit on a diamond plate. You can buy these at eBay. Make sure you get the ones with the black foam. 80 grit on the diamond plate times 3 equals roughly what the grit is going to be on here. So it'll be about 220, 240, which is how the standard wheel comes when you buy it brand new. And it's considered the rough side. So let's crank the old girl up. Nice. And we're going to find our angle. So I'm going to take this down to 13 degrees. 13 degrees. I've set the wheel diameter here. These are very simple to use. No need to get extra complicated. You just pop them on the blade. And this surface here must sit nice and flat on the blade. And at the moment it is a bit high, so it has to lay down a bit more. That feels very low. We'll see. So I'm hoping that when I grind this tip, that little bent part is going to form part of the bevel and it won't show up, and it should be the easiest way to repair it. The other way to repair it is to take it over to the sanding machine and sand this down until it gets rid of that. But I think that's such a shame. I don't want to do that. I want to try and get away with grinding it off. It's only a little tiny little dent on the tip. So let's have a look and see how we go there. Rock the rest, make sure you're sitting parallel. And evenly push the knife through, pausing just a little bit at the base. And that provided a beautiful even grind. Now let's try this side and see if we can grind off some of that damage. I've already got a burr, which is very strange, but there it is. And it has done pretty much what I expected it to do. Let's try again. Like I said, I've already got a burr, so I don't want to grind it too much. And if you're new to the Tormek, the wheel does spin towards the blade. The grinding wheel and the edge collide. It's called edge leading. Think of it as an army fighting another army. This is one army, this is another army, and it's going head on. Edge leading straight into the grind. Edge trailing is when it goes another way, where the one army is going away and the other one's sort of chasing it. That's how I think of it anyway. So that's not too bad. Beautiful. You want to look? Here's the other side. You see that looks very repaired. And that dent is gone. It's ground off. We have a beautiful new bevel. So now I'm going to smooth the wheel off at 320 times 3, 960. That feels nice. Hear how it's quieter? And you'll also notice that I grind tip first. It's a technique that I invented, As far as I know, nobody else does it. I didn't see anybody else doing it. I just came up with it myself. I call it dive bombing. Right? But of course it's not that severe, and it gives you a perfect equal angle tip. And allows you to land on that heel perfectly and give it only as much as it needs. That's it. No more. This is the finished edge. Beautiful, small little bevel there. So now I'm going to remove the burr on the honing wheel, which is just a leather wheel. I'm going to use chrome oxide compound, which is around about 8,000 grit, they reckon. So I feel for the burr, and I always have the burr on the top. I remove the back of the burr, or polish the back of the burr, which makes the front of the burr remove much easier later. So light touching, roughly on the angle of the bevel, but lifted up a little bit towards the apex. Two passes is generally what I start off with, and then I'll feel for the burr on my fingernail and see if it's still there. It should feel glassy smooth. You do not want to overhone. Ooh, that is glassy smooth with one little catch right in the middle. So I'm very lightly letting the compound do the work. On the high quality steels, the burr comes off very easily. Okay, that's done. Beautiful. Let's head over to the kangaroo tail strop. And this beautiful Nakiri is next. Also seems new, but the edge is gone. Very strange. Okay, so just some light strokes on here, roughly 10 per side. I'll do one section at a time so that I can use the full length of the strop. And then I'll finish off with a couple of moving strokes. Let's test. Oh, look at that. A little bit catchy. A few more. A few on the back side, on the suede side. Should refine that edge perfectly without any more need for touching. Let's have a look. Magnificent. Let's try a few. Nice. How about that? So, take this tape off. And that is finished. Beautiful. Japanese knife ready for service. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and press the subscribe right there. Right there, just do that. And I'll see you in the next movie.